Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to this channel. My name is Gishure Rungu. If this is your very first time to be here, kindly consider subscribing and sharing my videos, as you may find a few of them there. And today I just want us to talk about some companies that have announced their final dividends for 2023, and which I thought they were very lucrative. Some companies we should consider, buying their shares for purposes of earning some dividends at the end of every year. These four companies, or let me say there's a one that is a bonus there. These four companies have been doing very well over the years in terms of dividends payments. And this information is crucial for even the guys who live and work in the diaspora, Kenyans who live and work in the diaspora, who have had issues in understanding which companies they can invest in the country that are lucrative enough to give them good returns in terms of dividends and in terms of growth. Because shares go either way. You buy shares because you are targeting the dividends that they are going to pay at the end of the year, their financial year, or you're targeting it for, you buy low and sell high, so the growth bit of it. So today I just thought let's just have a look at the ones that have announced their dividends, and their dividends sounded very good for anybody that invested in 2023. Number one is BAT Kenya PLC. They have just announced, or they announced a final dividends of 45 shillings. 45 Kenya shillings. So imagine if you had invested something like you have shares of about, let's say, a million shares. Then you're paid 45 shillings per share, 45 shillings per share. Imagine how much money you would have made that year. That is like 45 million. Number two is Kakuzi PLC, and Kakuzi has been doing very well, guys. Kakuzi has been doing very well, and they have announced a final dividends of 24 shillings. And you see, this is quite lucrative. We multiply 24 shillings to the number of shares that you have at that particular company. And number three is Standard Chartered Bank PLC, or Standard Chartered Bank Kenya. It has announced a final dividend of 23 Kenya shillings. These figures look small, but when you multiply by the number of shares that you have at those companies, you're smiling all the way to the bank. And then number four is Stanbic Holding PLC. It has announced a final dividend of 14 shillings and 20 cents. These particular four companies, these are the ones that have already announced. There are others that may come later on, and if I get an update on this, I can do an update of the same. I can do another video just to show you how lucrative it is to invest in shares, but in shares of companies that are making good profits, and they are giving very good dividends to their shareholders. But I want to give you a bonus, because they have not yet announced their final dividends. That is Williamson Tea. Williamson Tea, last year, they gave a final dividend of 30 shillings per share. I don't know how much this year will be, but I can guarantee you it may be bordering anything 40 shillings and above. So it's a company that I'm closely following up, and I'm just checking to see how much they are going to announce at their final dividends. And these companies can be quite lucrative. It is a source of very good passive income for you as a person who would like to invest. So if this is something that you can consider, if you have been thinking of investing in shares in Kenya, these particular five companies are companies, and they are not the only ones. These are just a few ones, 5 ones that I picked that I think are very lucrative for you to consider. So if you're living in the diaspora, for example, please don't keep your money there, and you have possibilities of investing in something that will give back to you in terms of returns on investment at a very high rate. And I thank you so much. See you next in my video. Bye.